Welcome, guys, to The Tea with Tina. So, that's actually a really good name, and there's a good story behind the name of this podcast. I was kind of torn. I really like the idea of The Tea with Tina. Cue a picture of Kermit sipping on his tea, staring out the window. That's definitely good for some juicy topics. But another thing, my other option was going to be the caffeinated chat. Both of them really revolve around my love of caffeine. Side fact, I really don't like tea that much. The only tea you'll probably find me drinking is iced tea. Raspberry iced tea is the best. Canned, give me some Snapples, some Arnold Palmer. It doesn't matter, whatever works. But you'll always see me before I do these podcasts. Well, you won't see me, but before I do these podcasts, I'm always going to have some sort of caffeinated drink, like a Monster, which is my kind of personal drug of choice, the 0-cal Monster. Get me some Dunkin' Donuts coffee, whether that be fresh or, from the grocery store, the iced coffee, not a hot coffee drinker, some sort of caffeine, because I love it. And that is why it's called The Tea with Tina, because it relates to caffeine. But also, it's called The Tea because I'm going to be giving you the tea. Not necessarily always controversial topics, but we will be talking about a lot of different things. I'm going to be sharing personal stories about my life, some silly ones, some embarrassing ones. We're going to be talking about health and fitness topics, any recent trends that may be popping up, my thoughts on them. I would hope to, in the future, be able to bring guest speakers on from various things. That would be super fun. But yeah, we're just going to chat. I'm going to open up and we're going to just kind of talk, like we're friends, just sitting in a room chatting. And I really was never one to be into podcasts until probably the past couple months. I mean, I always saw people do it and I was just like, ugh, podcasts. But then I kind of got sick of just listening to the same songs over and over again. And I was like, I don't want to sit in complete silence, but I just want to hear someone talking to me like a friend. Quarantine really sped up that process for me. And if you find a really good podcast, hopefully like this one, that hopefully you can experience that for you, hopefully. Like, I really like true crime podcasts. I think I do I think it's called Serial Killer Podcast. I don't know. I'm sorry, but it's one of those, and it's basically just like a true crime documentary, but podcast form. Love it. Freaks me out. Now I think everybody's out to kill me. And I like another one who is an inspiration for me has to be Desby. She does Brunch with Desby. If you don't know her, please go check out her podcast. She is awesome. She's so real. She swears. She, just tells stories about her life. I feel like I'm talking to one of my best friends when I hear her. And the rest of her social media is great too. She's a health and fitness girl. She's a personal trainer. She puts out great programs. I love her. But yeah, so those were kind of like my inspirations for this. Another reason that I like podcasts is because you don't have to see my face. Like right now, I rolled out of bed about an hour ago. My hair does not look cute. Picture like maybe, I don't know, founding fathers low bun look. Because I'm not one of those girls that has cute buns. Maybe once every 50 or 100 tries, I might get a good one, but no, I'm definitely looking like one of the founding fathers, okay? No makeup on, didn't even wash my face yet. That's gross, I know. I just ate my breakfast, which, a little health insert here. I made scrambled eggs, so 2 scrambled eggs with a little bit of milk, just make them a little bit fluffy. Low-fat feta cheese, fantastic, highly recommend. And I always, every day, eat my bagel. It's a cinnamon raisin bagel from Aldi. One half of the bagel is butter spread, but it's like the vegetable oil spread, so it's a little bit like less fat and calories and stuff. And the other half is Smucker's strawberry jam. So that's like my OCD breakfast that I've been having every single day, and I will keep eating it until I get sick of it. I think macro-wise, it comes out to about 500 calories. And I think a little over 20 grams of protein. I haven't really been tracking macros, but like that's like a really good go-to breakfast for me. So, yes, hold on a second. I need to clear my throat. I have really bad allergies, and it is spring. We're going into summer, and I just start to feel stuffy. So if I'm clearing my nose or my throat, that is why. But getting back to the podcast, I am really super excited. We are going to have a ton of topics that I want to talk about. Some ones I can think of off the top of my head is going to be my experience with a MLM pyramid scheme. That's going to be an interesting one. That's really going to be the tea with Tina. Me being diagnosed with PCOS. I know that's a really common thing. My journey with it, it's been about 3 years now since I've kind of went through the process, and I'll kind of tell you how things have changed over time. Birth control, PCOS, that's a really big one for me because I did a lot of research and it did affect me greatly. I'm in a better place now, but just to see where my body is now versus a couple years ago, how working out has played into how I had all those symptoms, it's wild. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a long one, but it's going to be a good one. Another thing, side note, if you hear creaking in the background, it's because I'm pacing. I like to pace when I talk. This is kind of like a very informal intro to you, but that's kind of what I want to bring to you. We're just chatting. I don't need it to be like a radio talk show or super professional. We're just here to chat and talk a little bit, have some fun, and that's it. Oh no, I lost my train of thought. Do you guys ever have that where you just kind of blank out? Well, I was talking about all that junk, PCOS, birth control, how that affected me. I probably will be posting these podcasts up on the blog for you to read, and there might be some scripts in there. That's another thing. I'm going to have to like kind of write stuff down just to have a guide, because I am definitely free. I'm free speaking this right now. But, I remember. Another thing is there's not going to be a set time to these. I kind of hate those podcasts that are like over an hour long unless it's someone that I really enjoy listening to or if I know it's going to be a good topic. Don't think that these are always going to be like a set time, because they're not. Sometimes might just have a little 10-minute, 15-minute chat. Sometimes if it's extra juicy, might be 45 minutes, might be an hour. But there's not going to be a set time. I'm not going to feel pressured to hit a certain time. However, I do want to kind of make these consistent. I want to put them out every single week for you, so you have something to look forward to. So that's nice too. But yeah, so great things about these podcasts. I'm doing it looking like a little uggo right now, and that is fine. I'm actually recording this on my phone. I don't have a fancy microphone at the moment. We're going to see how this goes. And I would appreciate any of your comments and feedbacks of what topics you want to hear about, that you want me to talk about. If you like it, I hate to be that person to plug it in, but if you like this podcast, make sure to leave a comment and rate it for me, because that will help gain exposure so more people can see this. But yeah, so this is going to be the tea with Tina. Get ready. It's going to be good, and we're going to have a lot of fun, and I'm ready to share this with you. But all right, guys, so that's the podcast. As you can see, super short, just a little bit under 10 minutes. But, I think that's a good intro. So we'll talk to you soon. Tina out.